Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is Penn, and in this video, I'm going to be doing sort of like an overview of the Formula Z Mini. Now, if you want more information about this device, it will be down in the description. So you see here, my TV Online 3 comes pre-installed with this device because this is the service application that they're providing you. Now, it doesn't come with a service on it pre-installed. It just gives you the application so that you can load your service into it. And that will be a video that will be covered on Rumble. Cannot cover that on YouTube. I have my NB installed for VOD. Then I have SmartTube or SmartTube Next. This is ad for YouTube. I just like the layout of it better than the official app. Now it comes with a market, which this comes also pre-installed, where there's an app store that you don't necessarily have to sign in to Google Play. And it is very nice. And I have my apps on here, my speed test apps. There's a media browser. Then there's that. So the market here, it just gives you a top 10, and it has general apps. Then it has IPTV, VPN, games, web browsers, utilities, and my apps. So it's pretty cool. Top 10 is just a top 10 that what they would consider, honestly. How I got my SmartTube Next was from OTT/IPTV. And that's about it. That's all that I grabbed. Everything else I got from the Google Play. I did sign into this, and then I ran all the updates. So I don't have any updates currently. And what I would recommend is this. Get you some speed testers, because this is running off of Wi-Fi. Now, if you see my previous videos where I'm talking about investing in your network, even though that was related to a preloaded device, it's still within the same realm when it comes to other devices. It is important to invest in your network across the board, whether you're dealing with like Formula or if you have a Buzz. Some people are still using the Fire Sticks. Some people have moved on. But you have the ability to install applications from the Google Play Store or from the market. And what I like about the market is, let me go back here. Let me go back, keep going. Go to general apps. There's one of my favorites, Aptoid. So if I want to install even more applications, I can go there as well. Now, what you want to do in this point is there's the software update. The first thing I did when I got this device was do the software update. I clicked on it. I'm on the latest update. And it says current version is latest. And it has a nice interface. It gives you the firmware version, the release notes. The text is very legible. It's big enough to where if you have like a smaller size TV or even a bigger TV and you're sitting further away, you can still make out what's going on. So that's pretty cool. From there, system info shows you just the system info. Network storage. So for those of you that have some media on like a hard drive, or if you have like a network attached storage that's mounted, add server, it gives you everything that you need here. I will cover this in a future video. My particular setup, I have both local, and cloud in between, whatever the case you may be, but I will cover that in a future video. There is hotkeys, and this is interesting because this is based off of the remote. So you can customize it. So for red, I can make that SmartTube. For my green, I can match that with NB. because NB matches with the logo green. And then for my blue, I could make that my TV on line 3. And then for my yellow, I don't know what that would be, to be honest. Yeah, that wouldn't be anything. I'll just go back on that. And that's that. So on my actual remote, and I wish this remote was backlit. I'm gonna press red for Smart Tube, and boom, it brings up Smart Tube. Okay, so this is just regular Smart Tube. I'm not signed in or anything. Yep, gotta sign in. So that works. And generally here, it's going to show your 5G. If you hooked it up to your network, I have my 5G hooked up. Bluetooth, surround sound, I have that on automatic. Then there's show formats, Dolby Digital Plus, Dolby Atmos with Dolby Digital Plus. This device is more geared towards IPTV or watching your live TV service. So I'm not really worried about the video on demand stuff that I will be worried about when it comes to other devices. But this is another option with a solution. It's just good to have just multiple options, on the market. Now, this is the power button where you can turn off the device. Now, for settings, once again, if you're used to Android, all of this is familiar to you. There's my network. I signed in to my Gmail account. It shows you your apps, device preferences, and remotes and accessories. I did add a Bluetooth keyboard. So I added that. It just made things a lot easier when it came to logging in my TV credentials when it comes to my services. So that's definitely something that I paid attention to. And, I'm going to be testing this out throughout the week and especially on weekends when there's like sporting events or even pay-per-views. So device preferences, all I did here was honestly go down to build, and I'm already a developer. I pressed that like several times. It made me a developer. And in the developer options, all I did here was I went all the way down. And this just makes the device, it brings more of a swift motion to it, more fluid in my personal opinion, where the window animation scale, transition, and animator scale is set to 0.5x instead of by default 1x on all three. I just set them to 0.5. That's what I prefer. Some people set it to animation off, or some people have it by default. It's up to you. That's all it is. And generally I back out. Now the date, time, language, keyboard, all that is more, that's going to be more straightforward. The HDMI CEC will be different per device. So this is still worth showing because this is the consumer electronic control where you can allow your TV to control the formula. So my Samsung remote, I have the S90C in 77 inches. It does control my device. And I can set it to where when the TV powers on and off, it can wake and sleep the formula, and it can allow the TV to control it. You can specify what you want to hear. So I do like that. Display and sound. So they do give you quite a bit options here. And this is not listen, I'm going to be honest with you. This isn't a device for the hardcore or the enthusiast when it comes to your home theater, when it comes to your media content, your library. I just believe there's better suited devices that I've personally covered on my channel and did a review process on where that's going to be up. That's probably going to be up your path in terms of what you would want in terms of the codecs and audio, but it's solid here. Some of this stuff is personal preference, to be honest. I keep it mainly at default. It does have an HDR mode where it's adaptive. So they have HDR10, HLG10. That's pretty cool. AISR improves video quality through AI-powered resolution upscaling. So I'm going to turn that on. Text scaling, default, match content frame rate on. Advanced display settings. I have game mode off. I'm not going to use this as a gaming device. I have my gaming device at the moment. That's my PlayStation 5. System sounds, I have that on, and then the select formats as I showed earlier. Now storage, this one says 0 mounted because I don't have any network storage mounted. Internal share storage 5.4. Okay, so you can see what's available and you can see how much is taken up. Google Assistant, I do have that on, and I'm going to be testing that in this video as well. Screensaver, listen, I have an OLED, so preferably I want something that's, colors and 5 minutes after every inactivity. That's fine for me. And how that looks is this. So it shows the colors, okay? Like I said, if you're familiar with Android, then you know what I'm referring to. All right, then there's location. There's the microphone. There's the camera and accessibility, and then there's the factory reset option. When I first got this device, I didn't factory reset it. I just hooked it up to my network and did the updates, and it's been pretty smooth. But if I experience any weird issues, I'll factory reset it. It's a good practice, but it's not something that I do with every device. I just don't feel that it's necessary to do it. But it's personal preference. You do what you gotta do. That's it, honestly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a speed test just so you can see the numbers. I'm going to use this app first. Actually, just Analytics. I've used Analytics in the past. I like this app as well. It's initializing. And it's going to do the download. And this is just the Wi-Fi speeds. So this is more than enough when it comes to streaming live TV, because it honestly don't require a lot of bandwidth to begin with, but it is crucial to invest in your network. You invest in your network, you're going to get more stability and overall better performance. So these are just the Wi-Fi numbers. Upload is more consistent. When I was using a Fire Sticks and when I was on my 5G network, I'm used to like 350 up to 500. So, the Wi-Fi chip in this, it gets the job done. It gets the job done, but it could be better. That's it. And let me do another one for you. Let me do one more. You see what time it is. Just got off of work not too long ago. So and it's going to ping, and it's going to just give me all the information that I need. So an application like this that gets straight to the point, that's more straightforward. It just shows you your download and your upload. So this could be a nice application. Definitely when it comes to clients, customers, just getting some basic information. That's all. That's the purpose of me showing you stuff like this. because this is a streaming media player that primarily specializes in IPTV. So your network does play a factor in this. And there's the results. All right. Now let's do this. Hey, Google, what were the results from the Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia fight?
According to The Guardian, Garcia, who went off as a 6-1 underdog, dropped Haney in the 7th, 10th, and 11th rounds behind an explosive cocktail of speed and power to win a majority decision by scores of 115-109, 114-110, and 112-112.
All right. So you see the Google Assistant on this thing is legit. Hey, Google, what's the weather in Detroit, Michigan?
Right now in Detroit, Michigan, United States, it's 55 degrees and clear. Tonight, the forecast is around 50 and clear, and tomorrow, there will be scattered thunderstorms.
Let's do one more, for the video, let's do something like, hey, Google, tell me a joke.
Your nose can't be 12 inches long, or else it would be a foot.
Okay. All right. So this is solid. Now this is more of an overview. I get that. Some of you are going to be wanting more of the meat and potatoes. Some of you may be wondering about the network storage, or even the main point of you purchasing a device like this, which is experiencing the My TV Online 3 application. I will be getting into that in future videos. Rest assured. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do a brother a favor and show some support by liking the video. Let me know what you think about the video. All the support is appreciated. And until next time, peace out and thank you for watching. Goodbye.